Howdy everybody, it's GleeCon, and we are diving back in with old Magneto here into the world of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Hellfire Peninsula. We are getting nearer and nearer to finishing our run of that zone with the Horde. We've completed it on Alliance. We might finish today, or it might be kind of a cusp episode where we then shift over and run Zangarmarsh on the next episode. We've basically finished everything on the western half, or eastern half of Hellfire. It is, and I would say like 75% of the content, or 2/3 maybe. We do have a demonic scryer over here. I'm going to jump over to Falcon Watch, and we're going to start that today. And go from there. That is the secondary hub. The main hub is Thrallmar, but there's a secondary hub at Falcon Watch. The Horde, the Alliance have Honor Hold in a small Draenei base, or Forsaken, I don't know, or not Forsaken, Broken. I think it's a mixture of Draenei and Broken. I like that nice, uncontested war. This zone is more of a Blood Elf side piece here. We also have Miniature Hub right here for the Cenarion Circle. So it's more or less, that's pretty good, but this is a pretty good sized hub. That's why I sort of worry about it. So we're going to fly into the post, we're going to go upstairs. I guess we are going to take an Orb of Translocation. Falcon Watch Rangers, and at the tip top is the leader, Ranger Captain Venrin.
Though we've arrived at the Promised Land, much work remains to be done. Our people won't reach Kael'thas if we lunge desperately across Outland. Safe routes must be found. Resources must be secured, and our enemies must be avoided or destroyed.
So I guess, in much the same way, why do we want to reach Kael'thas? I'm not sure. Are these like the Scryers and they're completely against Kael'thas? Is that what's happening here?
Welcome to Falcon Watch, brother. Many other Blood Elves haven't been fortunate enough to make it this far.
Oh well.
It is a terrible shame.
I'm awesome.
Our work in Outland has just begun.
Our enemies will fall.
We're dangerously close to becoming fenced in by Alliance forces. With the influx of Sindori pilgrims from Azeroth, we must establish a route that is safe from our enemies' prying eyes. I've given it some thought and have arrived at a solution. We're to establish a secret path through the Great Fissure. Yes, even though the area is crawling with brutal rock flayers, they are merely beasts and can be taught to fear us. I want you to go and kill a good number of them. They shall learn fear.
Okay, so that mission, we're basically saying we wish that the Blood Elves would zoop on through, what's called the Great Fissure. The Great Fissure. We wish that they would zoop on through and come right to us so that we could be together out here. This is part of a, I guess there are, oh yeah, I forgot. We are going to have to run a second Horde. But I think I'll wait. Forgot about that one. We got to do that at the very end. There's 2 versions of Falcon Watch. We got to have another character come start just a few. We also are going to need a Death Knight to do just the same thing. But that, yeah, that'll be later. Okay. Anyway, we would like the Great Fissure, please. Great Fissure price. Okay, so we are coming on through. This is the first of 3 parts.
With the arrival of Field Commander Romus and his forces, the Alliance and their Draenei friends have grown bold. They're militarizing every old Draenei ruin from here to Shattrath in response. The Trolls have established a new outpost in the eastern part of Zangarmarsh, just south of the Dead Mire. Swamprat Post, they're calling it. I am glad they have a sense of humor about living in a place like that, because I wouldn't relish it. The post's commander has asked me to send anyone I can spare.
Okay, so basically the Horde story of getting into Zangarmarsh is that the Trolls have spread out, they're more comfortable out there, and they're down with it. So report to Zerai is, it would appear, that's our breadcrumb. That's why it's not even listed here. Report to Zerai is our Zangarmarsh breadcrumb quest, and we'll be doing that next time. Alright, so then you go back to the foot of the tower here. There is a provisioner. What do you got for me, old provisioner Valine? Valley.
Like anything that you see,
Nothing.
adventurer.
We have a reagents vendor, Lursa Sunfellow.
Take a look around
sells
and
vanishing
let me
power
know
you
if
wanna
there is
remove
anything that you are
lists or
interested in.
something. A wanted poster. Wanted Blacktalon the Savage by order of the Ranger Captain. A reward is hereby offered for the slaying of the vicious rock flayer matriarch known as Blacktalon the Savage. Blacktalon was last sighted inside a cave in the Great Fissure. Individuals seeking the reward are to present the creature's claws as proof of the deed. Okay, let's go with that one. Wanted Blacktalon the Savage. There's a horde-only quest. Pretty sure that's just a one-off. Wanted Blacktalon the Savage. I guess it's different. It's not written as a wanted poster for the Alliance, but same quest. Okay. The other branch is the Inalia, the Flight Path, and then Black Beak is the bird pet of Falconer Drenna Riverwind. She's probably the one that's going to send us to.
Here's to hoping not all of Outland is as barren as this region. This is quite a change from the green grasslands and forests of Eversong. With the influx of pilgrims and the encroachment of Alliance forces, things around Falcon Watch have gotten quite busy lately. In my spare time, I usually help prepare batches of arrows for the Rangers, but I haven't had the chance to gather feathers for the fletching in a long time. I could offer you a bit of coin if you'd be willing to gather the tail feathers of the bone stripper vultures. In the past, I found them circling the bones of large beasts to the north of Falcon Watch.
Alright, go kill more buzzards. So we could have mixed that with our goblins if we wanted to be smart about everything. Okay. Birds of a feather.
The Halishi Arakkoa have domesticated a beautiful bird species called the Kaliri. I've managed to capture a young male, and they appear to be trainable. The females are much rarer, but if I had one, I could attempt to breed them. She has to be young, though, a hatchling. An older wild bird wouldn't survive in captivity. Take this cage and travel south, to the Den of Halish. Search the nests for eggs that are ready to hatch. If you bring me back a female hatchling, I'll reward you handsomely.
So, different but the same. We're going back there, birds of a feather. Let's just double check that these two quests are there. Trueflight Arrows is on our list. It is part of the overall story, allegedly, but it is not anything special. Birds of a Feather. Again, same thing. These are both one-offs, part of the chain. Cool. All right, and then helping the Cenarion post.
There is some Tyrann by the name of Thaya
There's our
Redmane
breadcrumb.
that keeps pestering us for assistance.
Tyrann,
She is
huh?
with the Cenarion expedition, and they've set up a little post just to the west on the south side of the road leading to Zangamarsh. If you hit Thornfang Hill, you've gone too far. Do you think you might head over there and see what she needs? I don't want to have to bother Ranger Captain Venerin with such trivialities.
Okay, so helping the Cenarion post, this is just a breadcrumb quest, but it's good. This is a missable breadcrumb if it's like the Alliance one. So it's good that we are doing this first, helping the Cenarion. Yeah, it's even titled the same thing, just the Horde version. All right, but that's not all. We can then hoof our way down this little path to the bottom of Falcon Watch, which does have some nice little glide throwers or whatever. And here we have Viera Sunwhisper. What is she? Who knows?
What do you want? It is a bit rude to walk up to strangers for no reason, don't you think?
Okay, fair enough. We have a bunch of recovering pilgrims and a bandage trainer, so maybe back in the day. This guy has a couple quests. Talaris Dawngazer. You'll do no such thing. We simply haven't the room to keep you here. Now kindly be on your way. By the Sunwell, you've a thick skull. You're not bullying me into leaving. Talaris, now be gone from my sight. Very well, then have it your way. When we turn others away, you'll be responsible for their suffering. Think about that. Okay, so hospital situation. Not enough beds in the hospital to admit the patients. Here we have Magistrix Corinda.
My husband, Arelion, had been fascinated with the pools of Agonar ever since we arrived in Outland. He spent much of his time studying slimes, of all things. He went missing in there a few days ago. They say he is dead and there is nothing I can do about it. One thing I can do is try to ensure that his research doesn't die with him. Go northeast to the pools and look for his journal. He always carried it inside a brown knapsack.
Alright, so Arelion's journal. Here is our other Pools of Aganagar or whatever. Arelion's journal. It's part of a 3-part series here. It looks like, I don't know, but we will deal with Arelion's journal. Maybe the rest will be concerned with the Pools of Aganagar as well. I'm not sure.
If you have the money, I have what
I know
you
that
need.
based on the Alliance, the Pools of Aganagar is sort of the end road. This is the inn area, it would appear. Okay, there is a Draenei prisoner captured by Apothecary Azathan.
Corrupted Draenei, like this unlucky fellow here, are virtuous champions of the light. What corruption caused their great race to devolve into the broken and lost ones? I've heard a theory that exposure to fell energies is what caused the mutation. I would like to put that theory to the test.
Terrible.
Northwest of here lie the ruins of Shana. There you will find Lowly Broken, commanded by Illidari Taskmasters. Bring me demonic essences from the Taskmasters, so that I can test them on this Draenei.
So that's messed up. He wants to turn a Draenei into a broken. Terrible. Source of the corruption. Let's double check that one. Okay, this is where you're like, okay, we are bad guys. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think it's a one-off. It looks like it's a one-off, but who can say? So hopefully this is a failed experiment. No bueno. Here's the innkeeper.
I offer what shelter I can in our shattered lands.
Ryathan the Somber.
Northeast of here lie the Pools of Aganar.
More.
Once a sacred site to the Draenei, their waters were corrupted after the blood from the demon Aganar was spilled into them. That blood, though old and diluted, still possesses tremendous power. Terathians now walk the area, empowered by the pure demonic energies of the original blood. Slay them and retrieve as much Felblood as you can. I'll make it worth your while.
Our quest log's filling up here. In Need of Felblood. Felblood, one word or two? Let's double check the quest. In Need of Felblood. Nope, it's one word. Felblood. And how's that one work? Are we going to be part of a chain? Yes, this is a part of a chain. All right, one last dude and we can get out there.
Outland holds many secrets. It is only a matter of time before we uncover them all. The half-bird, half-man species of the Arakkoa possesses ancient arcane knowledge that would aid us greatly in our exploration of this world. Travel to the den of Halash south of here. Obtain any magical scrolls that the Halashi might be carrying on them and bring them to me.
Okay, so this is Magic of the Arakkoa. This guy is Arcanist Calestris Dawnstar.
The Reckoning.
Magic of the Arakkoa. And now we can go start questing. It looks like this is maybe a one-off also, so that's cool. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell Arakkoa ever. 1 R double K's. 1 R double K's. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Time to quest now. It was good that we picked them all up unlike the way we did it on our Alliance character, because it allows us to kind of clump a lot of these things together. I'm going to start by going back over to this demonic scryer from our quest on the other side of the bridge, because I was just not... I wanted to combine any sort of killing of these fell orcs right next to the wall. I wanted to mix them together. There were none, though, so we're good on that. Specifically, we need just get a demonic scryer reading. How does that happen? I don't remember. Use the demonic scryer, wait for it to attune, take a reading. Got it. So we just have to get close enough here. Let me put this on myself. I guess if you log out, it takes the beacon of light off of you. So I can use it right here, can I? Okay. Now my guess.
Greetings, adventurer. If I might be so bold, May I remind you that while I attune myself to the magics of Hellfire Citadel, there will undoubtedly be Hellfire Wardens biting at my proverbial heels. So, do be an upstanding member of the Horde, and play the part of a hero and protect me.
Okay, so yeah, this is essentially a little different from the Draenei version where we were like chaining these characters or whatever, chaining the shattered orcs. This is, I guess, in the Horde version. Instead, we're gonna kill, we're gonna protect, which is fine, right? This actually is maybe a little easier. That other one got a little dicey. Okay, and each time they have a little soul, kind of like in the book we read, where Illidan is slowly absorbing souls. Cool. And you can see there's like a voidness. Die. Pretty harsh, bro. What are they called? I gotta look and see. Hellfire Wordlings. Your end has come. Oh, okay. Now there is a second path that's opened up. So it's got two pieces. It's another anchor point, kind of. Which is, it's tied into the book. Like the process that he described when Illidan was making portals, it's basically this. Cool. I can respect that.
Greetings, adventurer. If I might be so bold, may I remind you that while I attune myself to the magic of
This is even though it has a girl's voice, I think that's the dude that gave us this.
Do be an upstanding member of
Yeah. This takes a long time. Okay. Oh, we got two this time. So this is a Fell Warden. Actual real Warden this time. Uh-oh. Things are getting dicey. Okay. Alright, so not too bad. We have 3 anchor points. My guess is that we're going to need them. Oh, there's our fourth anchor point coming. I can't imagine we need much more than that, but who knows. Pretty easy, though. This is easier than that Shattered Orc thing. I guess because, well, I don't know. I think we chose to make it so much harder than it had to be. Because I pulled on my warrior a ton of people. 4 or 5, whatever. You will die, you will burn. Riveting dialogue and lore from these guys. I mean, although, like I said, it is all connecting. Oh, look at all this shooting off. Is there going to be a finale, or was that it? Fighting one real warder.
Success. I have attuned myself to Hellfire Citadel and the magic within. Ah, such power. There are countless fell orcs in that place. But that is not all. I sense demonic power within those walls as well. If you open yourself, then I shall grasp your mind. Briefly, mind you. And take Quill to parchment and record my findings.
Dryer, you may possess me. Okay. And I gained a demonic scryer reading. It says Antonovich. First, let me say that your latest agent, Gleehab, has performed his duties much to my satisfaction. I have taken possession of his body, and now write this with his own hand. Such amusement it gives me. I hope that one day I will have the fortune to possess you, O mighty apothecary. So the report, as you have commanded of me, Hellfire Citadel is haunted by a demon stronger than any I have encountered. I imagine that Manaroth, the Pit Lord of the Third Great War's fame possess the same strength, but very few do. I sense, however, that there is an air of confinement around this demon. It would not surprise me if it was acting against its will, or perhaps is imprisoned or is under the sway of an even greater power. Time will tell. Time will tell, as they say, for I've also sensed a shifting of fate within the walls of Hellfire Citadel. You, the immigrants from Azeroth, that green, lush, horrid place where beings such as myself find a hell of light and life, will see that demon's face, and you will realize that the evils within Hellfire Citadel are but the tip of, if you will permit the metaphor, a vast iceberg. Oh, what glorious battles lay ahead! If only I could be there to taste the pain and fear that will be wrought. Ah well, I shall end my prosaic waxing and let you chew on these words, dear apothecary. Your body may be dead, Antonovich, but your soul is still very much intact, and I shall have that soul and feast upon it with sublime relish on the day your defenses slip, and I find my way into you. I shall wait until the 4th day of judgment, if I must, but you will be mine. Good evening, D. So who is D? Who is this dreadlord, demon, or whatever? 2, we've learned an important thing. The Forsaken are heroic in the same sense that we are, because they still have their souls. Another thing, we have a little bit of lore slipped in, and I wonder if they ever talk about that. The 4th day of judgment. So apparently within the lore of demons, or whatever those things are, and also there is a 4th day of judgment. He whispered to me, "Thank you for allowing me to visit, Lehab. You have a very colorful soul, but it's a little brighter than I prefer, or I might have stayed longer." Okay. That's what he whispered inside my mind. We also know, more importantly, the Horde is now figuring out, much as we have, that there is a demon similar to Manaroth. We know it is Magtheridon that is captured within the Citadel.
Your skills enough to let you have about your business. Has your mission with the demoniac scryer been successful?
Yeah.
Hello. You obtained the reading. Excellent. I am sure this data will prove invaluable to our research. I will disseminate it to apothecaries Zalana and Albrecht. You should be proud. Your strength and bravery is unquestionable, as is your service to the Horde. I am for this foray with the demoniac scryer. I sent word of your exploits against the Fell Orcs. Nazgrel, our illustrious leader in Throlmar, wishes to speak with you. God. I believe he has a bloody liver.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit
your skills enough to
a little bit annoying to listen to. Wishes to speak to you. Well, that's a little bit annoying. If you actually think about it, it's probably pretty accurate to talking to a dead person. So this is Return to Nazgrel Part 2, because if you remember, we already have Return to Nazgrel Part 1. We knew there was going to be a second one. Here it is. I don't know. What does it say? It says speak with Nazgrel, so it's his first one. There is one more in the chain here. Okay, let's go talk to Nazgrel. That's cool. That was a good one. I like when you can. This is one of my favorite parts about doing this, is when you go through these quests and items with a fine-tooth comb, and you unearth a rock where there is a whole bunch more questions to be asked about the state of the lore of World of Warcraft, and that's my favorite. So that's cool.
So you've recently arrived from Azeroth, eh?
Not that recently. I've been helping you a while, bro.
It is good to hear of all your moves against the Fell Orcs. The apothecaries have spent much time and resources studying the cause of their corruption, and although such information is invaluable, my blood burns to strike a severe blow against these betrayers. Listen close, and I will explain my task.
He says it's written as my orc blood burns, which makes a lot more sense, but the AI doesn't see race. It's evolved.
Force Commander Gorax is training Shattered Hand captains at the base of Hellfire Citadel, honing them to a bloody razor's edge. You must kill him, for his loss would be a mighty blow to the Fell Orcs. However, that is not all you must do. Take this banner. Place it atop Gorax's corpse. Gorax's commander, the Hand of Kargath, must answer your challenge if he has even a drop of true orc blood within him. His head, the head of the Hand of Kargath, is what I seek.
The head, we want the head, his head, the head of the Hand of Kargath, the foot of the Citadel. This is actually similar to the Alliance quest that we had to similarly route them at the end for. The foot of the Citadel. Whatever. We had to take this guy's. I think we took his head, but we definitely placed a banner in his dead body. That was something similar. So let's do that, and then I guess we would officially be on to the other side of Hellfire Citadel. Yesterday we went over a little bit, so we didn't have time for this, but we are coming in hot. All right, what am I doing here? The head of the Hand of Kargath. There he... Right? Yeah. Oh, no. Alright, come on. Let me pull a few more. Let me pull this whole little squad here. I can handle 5. That's about all. Say, don't you do it. Don't you do it, you so-and-so. Heals. I'm on it. Uh-oh. That guy's gonna run. I can smell it. That guy was tough. He didn't run. He's a brave boy. Okay, so maybe the captains don't run. Uh-oh, that one ran. Crap, crap, crap. That was all. I didn't want him to run. That one's running. Okay, so the captains don't run maybe, but the little grunts do. No, I used that stupid thing on myself. It's okay, because I can just eat the bubble by using Light of the Martyr. Alright,
it is good to hear of all your moves.
Shush. Okay, now I can pull him over individually without his allies. Since I cleared off that part of the camp. Okay, good. This little grunt. I mean, the way that the orcs are portrayed in the lore, they sure do run a lot in the actual game. Alright, Force Commander Gorax. I'm taking you down. Do you think the Force Commander is going to be a runner? He's a runner! Maybe. I don't know. I would guess not. Because if those captains weren't running. Hello, buddy. Now I'm going to stick this challenge for the Horde. Who dares slay one of my Kargath's commanders? Oh, because he's the Hand of Kargath, so he's calling him my Kargath, like a lover. Who dares slay one of my Kargath's commanders? You will pay for this in flesh. Now, who is Kargath? I guess he's the leader of... See, we did the dungeon so fast that wasn't able to really... Like, I guess we could do... What is it called? This little... I forgot what button it is. There's like not housing. There's a button. No. Not that. It's like the freaking, I just can't remember what button it is. It's the one that opens up. Is it Shift J? Yeah. There we go. Journeys. Dungeons. There we go. So you know we want a Burning Crusade. So if you look at Hellfire Ramparts, there's Watchkeeper Garglemar, reviled amongst the denizens of Outland. Garglemar is known to eat the hearts of those he catches near the Hellfire Citadel, whether they were trying to enter or not. Charged by Kargath Bladefist, there's Kargath Bladefist, I knew that name sounded familiar, himself with the defense of the ramparts, Watchkeeper Garglemar is unflinching in his duty. Omar the Unscored was a demon, was a disciple of Hakar the Houndmaster, who is a, I know, like a wild god, but no, I think a demon, and took charge of the legendary warrior's remaining fellhounds after his master's defeat during the War of the Ancients. Since that time, Omar has never been defeated in single combat. The venerable demon is Illidan's envoy to the fell orcs of Hellfire Citadel. Well, he never met a level 20 tank that can one-shot everybody in this place. And then Vazrudin the Herald, another fell orc. Vazrudin guards the vital line of supplies, messages, and forces flowing between Hellfire Citadel and the Black Temple astride his magnificent nether drake Nazan. Nazrudin presents an unstoppable aerial force of fire, claws, and shrieking terror. Okay. Now if we switch over to the Blood Furnace, the second one we did, there's the Maker. That's the Moarg guy. All creatures who use the power of fell magic, willingly or otherwise, slowly take on the appearance of demons. The Maker accelerates their corruption and performs cruel experiments on any who attempt to resist. So I wonder if he's part of the manufacturing of the demon hunters in the lore. Brogok. Some creatures occasionally have second thoughts about their allegiance to their new corrupt masters. Brogok ensures that any subversive notions among the fell orcs are permanently eradicated. So he's the jail warden and executioner of wishy-washy fell orcs. And then Celadon the Breaker, he is the leader of the Furnace. When Illidan overthrew the Pit Lord Magtheridon and took control of Outland, he had the demonic leader imprisoned beneath the Hellfire Citadel. Only the most stalwart among Illidan's forces could ever hope to keep him contained. The ruthless orc Celadon was the only possible choice. Alright, so he's basically the warden leading below to hold Magtheridon.
So you've recently arrived from Azeroth, eh?
No.
You'd best...
Just...
Have you faced the hand of Kargath?
Yeah, and his head is cut cleanly off at the shoulders.
You have done a great deed. The fell orcs are a shame to all true orcs.
Yeah,
if we have one fear, it is the fear of succumbing to demonic corruption once again. So you see, our war against the fell orcs is more than merely a battle with fierce foes. It is also a battle within ourselves. And with strength. Strength you have shown time again, it is a battle we will win. Strength.
Huzzah! Level 34. So we're getting close to being able to solo things on our own. No, not Holy Priest, bro. I'm not a Holy Priest, you ding dong. Holy Paladin. There we go. We are Herald of the Sun. Mythic. What's our thing here? A Paladin side, so generic. We have just done our 2 points of obduracy. We're doing the whole row. We're going to pick Divine Toll. Good. So we're not picking Holy Prism. which would fire a beam of light that scatters to strike a clump of targets. If the beam is aimed at an enemy, it deals damage and radiates healing to allies. If it's aimed at a friendly, it heals and radiates damage. So whatever you focus on, it does a minor AoE effect of the smaller version. Divine Toll instantly casts a weak holy shock at 5 targets. That's actually a decent little AoE move. I will actually keep it right there. It's a good spot for it. So we've got an AoE damage / AoE heal. It's both. We'll be using it for both. Demonology Warlock with no demon. And we've done that quest line. Alright, so let's go kill these whelps. We have 2 bone scythe typey thingies. Let's do that. Then we could do... We could also hit up the birds, the Akiri. Why not? Do that combo. This guy around here, in case we were to find him. He really is annoying to find. All of the elites, very annoying to find. I hate them. Okay, so what do we need? 3 alphas, 8 whelps. What up, buddy? Can I get anybody else? Yeah, there's an alpha right there. Oh, I'm not afraid of ghosts or alphas. Let's do these. Bang! How do you like them apples, you turd knocker? It did make me, because some of those went on me, it did put my martyrdom on myself. Yeah. Oh, he's got a shield, which, ironically, right after we fought these guys, we learned how to crack shields with our warrior. But we have not such a power. Oh, what the world? He had like 1 hit HP left. Alright, all alpha's gone. Sorry, Andrew Tate. Your people are done. It's just weak boys now, like me. Alright, here we go with, come here. How many do I need? 8? Let's get 1 more. Okay, you know what's about to happen. Ah! Oh no, they used the stupid thing too. They suck so completely bad. And I'm not even taking that much damage, to be honest. Don't you run away. Okay. Oh. No. I also just drew that worm. Dang it. I was coming to fight you, but you were so insistent upon it. Good old tunneler here. Alright, so getting this new thing, even though it has a slow cooldown, to have the ability to have 1 more nice AoE burst, it has helped my new... oh, you know what? I just realized we're gonna have to go kill the mama bear, and I probably should have saved. Boom. And you're like, oh, don't do that. Alright, it's getting pretty dense. running. Don't do it. Why do they run? I don't know. Nope, now he's gonna run. Dang it! And I gotta get him from far away. Okay. We did get them all. Now we gotta go defeat Mama Bear. One of them had a stake. Uh-oh. Aha. Hush that fuss. See, I guess we could have freaking done the alphas on the way in here. That was dumb of me. Just hadn't thought after the fact. Yeah. I know. Why is this thing not coming? There we go. Don't do that. Come on. Nobody wants to see that nonsense. Nobody likes your little bubbles, your little shields. Okay, and then we'll fight the mom. The matriarch. I like these guys because they don't run. Alright, Blacktalon the Savage. Come here, girl. I know you are... You made a lot of babies in the area. I see that you're very into the whole baby making thing. Yeah, the main difference, I guess, would be that, like, this Divine Toll is not really worth using when you're solo. Actually, it's kind of negative. Because it would end up... What is it? Yeah, it says up to 5 targets, so I take that to mean one target's not going to happen. Or it will hit one and the other 4, the second one will go to me and the rest will be wasted, so it'll do a small heal and a small... Let's go down to these guys too, and then we'll... I guess I could do Bone Strip or Tail Feathers too, we could just get this whole... that whole small clutch out. Now, if you remember correctly, there is a neutral quest drop that can come out of here too. Alright, so we need to get... This time, though, we need to get the birds from the nests. The feathers, that's the same. Okay, so... we want bird nest and feathers. Go for 5. See what we can do here. Alright, that time I was able to... Oh. Forgot they had that. Okay. Ow. Whoa. Come on. Yeah, these guys... Is it the tornado thing that's hurting me so much? Maybe. God dang it. We got nothing from that. Heck. Now I know we can try to get babies out of this. We also need the feathers, so I guess we're not getting feathers. I know we're also trying to get that missive or whatever to drop. Yeah, here's where you have a chance. But it also can just drop these hatchlings. Okay. But yeah, this is more or less, while we are doing a Horde version of this, it's more or less the same thing we already did with Horde. I guess main difference, maybe one was a kill quest and this one is feather collection matches, but we did not need these nests. Oh, we capture them like that. Oh, I just needed one too. Cool. A female. Maybe the other one wasn't female? Okay. What's her? Oh, I see. There's a Wounded Blood Elf Pilgrim. We need that down there. Okay, so what do we need here? 4 Halishi scrolls. So what does that come from? The dudes? I really could have sworn we needed the feathers too, but... Oh yeah, the feathers were not for that. These guys dropped it. I remember... I'm worried that... I'm worried this is going to bring me... So the Talon... Uh-oh. Lishi Matriarch. Free, and maybe that other thing doesn't drop for us, but I really think it, I would imagine it does. The little rescuing the, I don't even know what they're called. That's a Kalishi scroll. Alright, let's clear out a few of these guys. Okay. Maybe he's just gonna sit there and chill. I don't know. Yikes. Yeah, he is just gonna sit back there and hit me with Alright, let's go to him now. He's sucking all the oxygen out of the room. Bro. Yeah, these guys are annoying. Okay. I'll give him that. Come on. It's that constant, like, channeling AoE magic that really sucks. Okay, we got a second scroll. I want this.
It's too far away.
I guess we might as well rescue our Blood Elf friend. I don't even want to... I'll fight the swoopers or whatever. Yeah, we gotta stop them when they do that. Right. I'm guessing this is gonna be some kind of escort quest. So... Nice, we got a third scroll. And we have not seen the thing that drops.
The battered Blood Elf's face displays relief at your presence.
Please get me out of this cage. I foolishly set out from Thrallmar ahead of the main group, despite Martik Torseldori's warnings. I was set upon by horrible creatures that could only be the Ravagers he talked about. I managed to drive them off, But that was only the beginning of my troubles. As I bound my wounds, those birdmen found me, dragged me back to this cave, and locked me in this cage. I must get to Falcon Watch.
The road to Falcon Watch. Okay. So, cool. Escort quest. I do like how it's tagged. There's actually two. This is a two-parter. The road to Falcon Watch. So neat. Yeah, sure, come on.
Be ready for
I'll help you. Thank you for agreeing to help. Now let's get out of here, Gleehab. Alright. Not gonna do anything crazy since we gotta protect her. You can't keep me from getting to Falcon Watch. I'm a big goal. And then you just hear like gong as it indicates that I have failed the mission. Yeah, now see, that's what I gotta be careful about. Like if she's gonna walk in and... Wait, are we gonna go north? Probably? Yeah. I'm not that worried about having to pull these birds if she pulls them. It's the Stormcaller guys that suck. Alright, now we do need one more of those. Let's see if she aggroes any of those birds. She's wounded. Okay. I guess I will go to fight this guy. Okay, I gotta let the lightning bolts just come at me. It's the storm that I have to shut down. That's because she's really wounded. Good, I got my last scroll. You will not keep me from getting to Falcon Watch. Okay, cool. The Talon Guards don't have the storm that I have to worry about, so that's cool. I wish if you were on escort quests, and I think you can nowadays, but I wish you were allowed to,
I'm out of range.
Heal your allies. There's very few quests where you can, at least in Classic. We'll test it here as necessary, but I mean, like, if you're doing escort and you're a healer, that should be how you escort. Look at me. How did I know? I mean, if only I would have known, I would be giving tips on escorting as a young boy. And I just could have never gone to college. But, you know, I mean, I wouldn't have the freedom to do these escort tips if I didn't have a job that college paid for it. That college made possible. So, kids, go to college. I do recommend it still.
Our enemies will
Sure, there's frustrating. My wife was over there. They're following us. You dirty so-and-so. At least it's just two of them. I can handle that.
The dark times will pass.
They will. They're gonna pass so good. Oh no, I healed myself. Yeah, it's, I have a niece that is, she's very smart. She is now a junior, I want to say. Maybe she's a senior. So I think she might be a senior, so she's right around, or she's going to be a senior this year. So she is right there around, 17. She's getting to that point. She has her first job now. She is stuffing burritos at Chipotle. Totally run-of-the-mill starter job for teenagers. Allow me a moment to rest. The journey taxes what little strength I have.
The eternal sun guides us.
Do you hear something? You jerk. Looks like he was gonna kill her. Wind caller. Don't you do it, you jerk. Stay off my friend. You won't keep me from getting the Falcon Watch. Look, you can capture an adder. That boar is pretty... Don't look at her. Don't even look at her. So anyway, she's smart. She, her and her mom and my in-laws, everybody involved, really, but she's really has a hard time. You know, her mom and dad are divorced, so that's always, you know, you don't know how that's going to affect
something first.
a child's development. Kids are pretty resilient. Most kids are going to come through it fine. Half the kids go through it nowadays, but it does create issues, and it also depends on the fallout of how the family does it. You know, do the parents maintain a good relationship? Do they weaponize their children and their hatred for one another, which is, I think, actually the norm. I would, or at best, like a third of kids have to deal with that, then becoming a bartering chip, a centerpiece in the hatred of the two parents for one another. That is absolutely the role that these two children have gone through. And they had a very happy storybook life before what became a very contentious divorce. Her mom and her dad and my niece and my nephew. But the nephew was younger, and he came through it a lot more resiliently. He wasn't really as fazed by it. She ended up having a lot of problems, and some of them there were probably some biological markers already there, but she basically has had a lot of struggles with mental health issues ever since, you know, over the past 5 to 8 years. She says, "Falcon Watch at last. Now where's my... Oh no, my pack is missing. Where has... Another pilgrim has arrived. Bring water quickly or we may lose her."
Talaris shouts to several of the Blood Elves at the outpost.
Get her inside and see to her wounds.
Talaris turns back to you.
She is fortunate that you found her when you did. I don't think she'd have lasted much longer out there. Can you make out what she was saying?
Yeah, she literally said, "My pack, oh no."
That wounded pilgrim seems to be shouting something about a pack. When you encountered her, did you see a pack nearby? She must have left it when fleeing from her attackers. The Quillfang Ravagers in their ravine to the south are known to attack solitary travelers. If she doesn't calm down, I won't be able to tend her wounds. Her stubbornness may just cost her her life. Go to Dustquill Ravine and see if you can find her campsite. I am willing to bet she left it there.
The DPS of this weapon... I'd lose 4 strength to gain 2 stam. I would gain 3 verse, but I'd gain 5 haste, which is better. And I would gain a little bit of DPS. I'm going to take it. This pick is dumb anyway. Oh, I never put this armor on. 1 intellect, same stam. Trading in 4 haste for 3 crit. It's fine. I'll take it. Oh, I like my other one better, but I'll take it. At least I get to keep my cool helmet. Alright, so this is called a Pilgrim's Plight. And it is I think this is just a 2-parter, so this is the end of that. Yeah, so this should be the end of this little 2-part chain. And it'll send us to fight these Ravagers. So instead of doing the dwarves, we have another, collection of Falcon Watch is actually serving. It's got more than that other Draenei hub is because it's actually serving as a couple, 2 or 3.
Here's to hoping not all of Outland is as barren as this region. You've returned. Did you bring me the Kaliri female?
I did.
You did it. You caught a female hatchling. She is precious. You have my thanks.
You're welcome. So now she's going to raise it into Blackbeak the Pirate. Thank you, Gleehab. It looks like they're going to get along just fine. Gia is her pet. Maybe she'll become a pet battle master. My fire, the sunfire in my hands. Hey, I've done work for you too, Ranger Captain.
Though we've arrived at the Promised Land, much work remains to be done.
2. The Great Fissure.
Good job. That should teach the rock flayers to stay far away from us.
Victory lies
With the
ahead.
rock flayer population thinned, all that is left is to signal the safe path to our pilgrims. Return to the Great Fissure with this torch and seek the 3 beacons that mark the path from the east.
Okay.
Light the 3 beacons and return to me. Be warned that the beacons will attract any nearby rock flayers when you first
Why
arrive.
couldn't you have had me do both things at the same time?
You have news regarding Blacktalon. You are a brave adventurer. That savage beast took many of my best hunters' lives. Take this reward. You've earned it.
Alright, we leveled up. We gained some gear. Marking the Path is a new quest that we just gained. Marking the Path. It is the end of this mini quest line. Okay. And we leveled up. We are now back to this side. Last thing we picked up was that Light of the Martyr thing. So now we're going to the next tier, Righteous Judgment. It replaces my consecration. Judgment has a 100% chance to cast consecration on the target. So it's a far range consecration. It also takes off consecration from my list of things. So I no longer can cast let's think of it this way. I no longer have to worry about casting consecration on my own. Let's go after these 3 things. The Bone Strippers. Actually, I think they might have something to say about that. Wait, what's this? Magic of the Arakkoa? Did I miss that quest too? Oh, I missed turning it in. I guess we have one more to turn in.
Have you obtained the scrolls yet?
Uh-huh.
State your business.
Good work. Outland's secrets will not stay hidden from us for very long. It is our destiny to become the masters of this world.
Farewell.
Okay. Let's look at some gear. We also gained these gloves. Nice upgrade. Oh. Cool. They match our boots a little bit. Alright, now I guess let's go out to do these beacons. We never got the little drop quest from the... Alright, so... Oh, great. I like that, so now... Constantly casting, that's good. That's great, actually. It just really replaces... First of all, it makes Consecration an AoE thing. It also... Now that I don't like. Oh no. Crap. Didn't want that. It does move like Consecration aura around, and I don't like that. Come on, bro. Yeah, I guess we're... Yeah, there we go. That was a hot mess. Alright, we lit the beacon. Did have to fight every nearby monster for it. So that's why I said it doesn't affect your limit, the fact that we can only have one consecration up at a time. Okay, so we lit that one. Oh, you know what? There's a little bone stripper pack right here with these guys. I don't know if that's actually good or not, because I think we... Yeah, now let's pull the other ones over here. Sure. Alright, we're fighting ourselves some bone stripper dudes. Did that one, like, come from far off? Did he aggro in? No, he's just a passerby that decided he wanted to be part of the fun. Alright, so this is the tail feathers for her arrows. This bird-obsessed person. Got it. We did get 4 tail feathers for that, so that's good. Oh man, this is a nice little...
Remember well the sting of defeat at the conclusion of the Third War. I've waited far too long for my revenge. Now, the shadow of the Legion falls over this world. It is only a matter of time until all of your failed creation is undone.
Who said that? Is that Kill Jaden? Like, weird. Where did that come from? Who is speaking to me in such tones? I'm near the bones of something. That's kind of weird. And I kind of like it. Okay, so we're just chilling, listening to demons tell us everything's gonna be undone. I'm good on that. Alright, and this was a pretty nice... These guys were all so clustered together. This was actually a pretty decent set of vulture killings. There we go. They're all done. What else can we get in this little ring? Let's continue the beacons here. And then I kind of want to get that pack, the Ravager pack. Okay, so why would you even need beacons? That's my note here. If this area is so dangerous, why are we... Who cares about the beacon aspect of it? Like, okay. Look, there's another freaking... Bro. Oh, bro. Come on. Guess I could stun them. Alright, and now I have to fight this little thing. We have one more beacon to set, so I have to do this one more time. Alright, so that's all them out. And there was no, oh, there you go. It was Demon Lord Kazakh. I could see it there. I remember well the sting of defeat at the conclusion of the Third War. I have waited. waited far too long for my revenge. That freaking turret. Now the Shadow of the Legion. So that means he must have spawned in just now. Because he is a kind of a world boss you can encounter. So he's here. I mean, I don't think we can fight him. That'd be cool. Okay, so where is Kha'Zix spawn? Let's look that up. Maybe we can go see him. Demon Lord Kha'Zix. Oh, he's at the tip top. Oh, I wanted to go up there anyway, and I forgot. Let's go check him out. Now the Shadow of the Legion falls over this world. It's only a matter of time until all of your failed creation is undone. That's cool. Let's solo Kha'Zix. It was 11 a.m. here when he spawned. 11 a.m. server time. Good to know. Alright, Demon Lord Kha'Zix. I'm here looking for you. Everyone have killed Jaden. Where is he at? Over there at that big portal? Yeah, he is. Cool. Alright, let's go. Let's go bop out. We're gonna have to have one of our characters, our Horde characters, out here anyway. Let's send someone to kill Kha'Zix. I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's get Gleekon out here. And she's gonna have to blast through those first couple Falcon watch. Falcon, like tomorrow or the next, whatever. Yeah, probably tomorrow. So we're just pre-getting her out here. And we're not turning on Chromie time or anything like that. It's that molten core. So what would be the fastest way to get her out here? Would it be faster to Hearth? She's gonna get kicked out to the front of molten core, which is not that big a deal. We're in molten core. Oh, that's like the portal entrance. Okay, so let's take the Boots of Booty Bay. I think that'll be quicker for her. Rather, even than a Hearth, because then I can go right over to the Dark Portal, hop through. Hopefully it will take me to the real Dark Portal and not Shattrath. I mean, and not Warlords of Draenor Dark Portal. Okay. Let's see, and then hopefully nobody comes. I don't think it's a. There's a big lot of competition. I just have. We've seen Lord Kha'Zix on Classic. We were not able to. Oh, so now I understand what this problem is. I've been dealing with these quests, tracking all these different quests. I understand what the problem is. It's the fact that I'm not in Chromie time. So what I need is for someone to basically go to. We need to party sync with someone that is lower level, that goes on Chromie time for Outland. This is an interesting little, I think this is like a Worgen area now, if I remember correctly. What the heck is the dark portal? Is it? Oh, I think it might be up there. Yeah, they kind of expanded the bottom of Blastlands. Yeah, so can I get into the dark portal? See, that looks like the Warlords of Draenor version. That's the Iron Horde. That's the Warlords of Draenor's starting line. I think if I go through there, I'm cooked. So I think we're gonna have to fly through yeah. Dang it. Bummer. Alright, so we gotta go back to Valley of... We have to go through Shattrath, that's the only way. Warlords of Draenor is not gonna work. Or going through... Without going to Chromie time. That ain't gonna work. Alright. Fine, fine. So we should have done that from the start. But it was worth a shot. Even though I really... Should have known better. Should have known better. Yeah, I think you gotta go to the bottom. Bippity bottom. Bippity boppity bottom. Portal to Caverns of Time. Silver Moon and the Burning Crusade. Shattrath. There we go. Oh, back in the day. Portal into Shattrath. Now, I don't think there's any cool portals we could do. That's Orgrimmar. Alright, so now we have to fly out here from Shattrath. And then... over to Hellfire. I just feel like maybe there's an achievement or something for killing Kha'Zix, and I don't think I've ever done it. Maybe I did, I just don't remember. That's equally possible. Okay, cool, we're in Hellfire. We just have to fly across the zone. Come on. Bippity boppity. Kha'Zix, I'm coming for you. I wanted to kill you so bad in, Classic, and I could not get a group together. Nobody cared enough. Also, you only spawn like once a week or something. Once every 3 days, 4 days, something ridiculous like that. And the competition in Classic is big, whereas nobody's caring about Doomlord Kha'Zix spawning right now. Okay, is he there? No. What the heck? Did somebody already kill him? Dang it. Or is it just not... Can you not do it? If you're not on Chromie time. Let's check. That was a waste of time. Well, like I said, it wasn't the biggest waste of time because that character will need to... She will need to be there tomorrow. So we just did the traveling right now. He's there, so you just have to be in Chromie time to fight him. Can we... Like, how can you even fight this dude? Like, I imagine he will one-shot me and kill me. Yeah. I couldn't even swing a weapon. Good to know. Thought maybe we could take him down or something like that, but no. So, is it basically impossible to fight him anymore because he doesn't spawn? Or is my other character not spawning him in because it's not a different... No.
Conquer all.
Ow. What the heck is that? I can't lay on hands myself. What the heck? Bummer. I mean, I tried to get out of there. I just couldn't get... I don't know if I had aggro too many side mobs or what. Or he got me, maybe. Okay. So... yeah, maybe there's like a way you could get a group together to fight him. Other than that, I don't know what you would do. Like, let's look this guy up one more. Actually, I need to... now I need to repair. 10 gold.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Save that. We're still on that quest.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. Okay, so Doomlord Kazakh. So I tried to solo him as a level 80 shaman. Gotcha. Initial spawn, but this is the old days, right? Like, how do you even kill him? I wonder... He says what now? Invaders, you dangle upon the precipice of oblivion, the burning legion comes. What is he? Is that just more? I'm just saying more. But how are you supposed to fight him? Okay. Spawn outside of Chromie time. This is 5 years ago. In Chromie time, he spawns outside. Okay. So this is older. They're saying he's probably heavily camped. Basically, outside of Chromie time, if we ever wanted to get his stuff, we would have to camp him, take him out outside of Chromie time. Got it. All right, let's go get this pack. How's our time doing now that we've done some death here? Okay, got a little bit more than half an hour. So about 50. All right, we're gonna do this pack and then head back in there. Not sure. I guess it's about time to do the Pools of Aganagar soon. We can probably, yeah, I think we're going to be short of finishing the zone today, but we'll get pretty darn close. Nope, I do not want to fight those guys for the pleasure of that one rock. Nor those. Good to know. You get some, or if you want to fight a few mobs for it. This character is not quick enough at fighting mobs. Alright, so there's her pack. The skitterers. I'd be smarter about how I use that now, considering the consecration travels with my judgment. But you know, it's cool. Keeps that out of my rotation. Alright. Hey, we got her pack. Caught in the thorns. Oh, get off there. That skitterer is really guarding that one freaking ore. But I guess I'll fight one thing for it. Look at that. More Ravager flesh. One more hot dog. No. Don't do it. Okay, we'll go turn in this other little pack of quests now. 'Tis what we do. Hello, dude.
Things aren't going well. At this rate, she'll never make it back onto the road. Were you able to find that pack?
Although torn and stained, this pack shows unmistakable signs of Blood Elf craftsmanship. By the Sunwell, you have a thick skull. Oh, I already read that one.
Thank you for returning this. I am not sure what significance it holds for the wounded pilgrim, but she refuses to let anyone get near her until it is in her hands again.
Well, stop walking away. Anyway, this will be a...
Things aren't going well. At this rate, she'll never make it back onto the road. Were you able to find that
upgraded
pack?
Chest piece. Ooh, it's yellow.
Thank you for returning this. I am not sure what significance it holds for the wounded pilgrim,
well, it matches my
but she
suit a little bit
refuses
better.
to let anyone get near her until it is in her hands again.
I'll take it. Alright, what about you?
Were you able to get all the feathers?
Yeah, perfect for use in fletching or the tickling of feet.
These should do the job. I was concerned that the Rangers might be short on arrows for a while, but that is one less thing I have to worry about. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Be ready
You
for
can
anything.
tickle all kinds of feet now. Sure, you need them for your arrows. A likely story. Why waste them on arrows when you could use them for feet tickling?
Have you done what I asked of you?
Yeah, I did.
The Great Fissure, though still dangerous, will prove to be a useful path for our pilgrims. With the Alliance watching all the roads in and out of Falcon, watch this is the manner of desperate act that is required of us.
It's kind of messed up that basically, because the Alliance is watching us, we have to... I didn't even check to make sure it was an upgrade, I'm sure it was. We have to send our pilgrims through a Ravager-infested death area. Yeah, talking is something I am an expert at. Alright, where's the little fire pit? I thought there was a cooking area. Well, I want to cook all my hot dogs. That just looks like a table. Hello, there's some fire. The hot dog man's here. That's what I want to officially be called from now on. Oh, it's not a real fire. Bro, what a tease. How are you gonna play the hot dog man like that? No, Shift K, wrong button. Darn it. I was trying to cook hot dogs. And buzzard bites. Hooray. Okay. There you go. Cool. Got 34 on that one. Sell a little bit here. Now, we have a decision to make for as we get near the end of today's episode. Where do we want to go next? I guess let's quickly do this assassin thing. I think that's the basically the Alliance version of that Maghar Draenei thing, I believe. What I think. Let's get some ore. We will be messing around with, once we get to Shattrith, both our characters will take a big jewel crafting like intermission where we spend 15-20 minutes just getting rid of that, getting together with that. Alright, this is a Fel Orc corpse.
The corpse matches the description of Krun's Spinebreaker, Hellfire Citadel's assassin. As you turn the body over, you notice a stone axe protruding from his back. You pull the stone axe out of the body to examine it more closely. There's something unusual about the craftsmanship of the weapon. Its origin appears orcish, though the materials aren't like anything you've seen before. Nazgrel might be interested in seeing the weapon.
I gotta go back to Nazgrel. Come on. A strange weapon. Of course. Bring me back to the top of my list. Strange weapon. This is part of a 5-part thing, and this is leading us to the Maghar, actually. That's what I believe. Because if you remember the Draenei version of the event, so maybe we're going to learn it. When we talk to the Draenei, I think Cruel Spinebreaker is the one who came and killed their paladin person. Basically, the paladin went to negotiate or have some diplomatic relations with the Maghar. The Maghar kicked him out and said, "Screw you, we want none of your relations, get out of here." And then on the way out,
So you've recently arrived from Azeroth, eh? You'd best steel yourself, adventurer. There are perils in this land unlike anything the Horde has faced before. I am Nazgrel, right hand to our mighty Warchief Thrall. Tell me, is the assassin dead?
Thrall.
He was killed by this weapon, it can't be. Have we found them?
Speak, friend.
As you know, the Warchief put his power behind this expedition for one reason. This is the world we came from. This is where our roots lie. This journey means different things to orcs and blood elves. To them, it is a search for the promised land. To us, it is more like returning home. Whoever made this axe is familiar with the old ways, and we must contact them. This is too important for us to use ordinary tracking methods. Show the weapon to Farseer Regoket.
Go
she will know what to do.
Victory.
Okay, the Warchief's mandate. So this is, and you know that's why we came. Yes, the Blood Elves want this because they're looking for an answer to their whole addiction and all that stuff. A place that's not corrupted by the remnants of the Scourge attack. However, we are here because this is where we came from. Yeah, exactly. We want to see what this world looks like. But yeah, so Cruel Spinebreaker then basically his people kill the Maghar, or he kills the Maghar. He kills the... No. Some Fel Orcs kill the Maghar. The Paladin goes and gets revenge and kills the Fel Orcs, and Cruel Spinebreaker then kills him. And now it looks like the Maghar have killed Cruel Spinebreaker as revenge.
Tell me what you seek, so that I may help you find it.
What brings you here?
I understand Nazgrel's request. Say no more.
How may I aid you?
Even our best tracking wolves' senses can fail them. The spirits have a way of seeing the world differently than ours. The being you will call forth will find the person you seek, for they'll be drawn not to their scent, but their essence. Go now, take this totem with you, and use it at the location you found the stone axe.
Okay, so spirit guide keeps going back to these ones that start with A. I just gotta check each one because you never know when we're gonna find one that is ruining our chain. Alright, it says use it at the place where the corpse was. We'll go do that, but we already have, because of modern quest help, we already know the end of the journey here. But if we go back to where that dead body was, which of course is not listed on the map, right here, yeah, then we can use her little item, calls forth an ancestral spirit, to track the individual you seek. Ancestral spirit will tilt its head in the air as if listening for something. Okay. He lets out a howl that rings across the mountains to the north and motions for you to follow. So we're going to do this the way it would have organically been designed to have happened back in the day. We were supposed to have followed this wolfie around. They would have assumed you had a regular mount. They would have assumed you did not have flying, because that was kind of an epic thing that you would have needed to try to reach by being out in Outland. It's kind of like the Tauren quest from back in the day. So we're going to do it organically once. Or Bone Stripper Vultures. Yeah, after this, what we're left with is this Cenarion pack over there of quests, plus the Pools of Aganagar. I think I'll do the Pools of Aganagar set next. I don't know that we'll get to do that today, maybe, if this just is a quick little wham bam thank you ma'am. I don't think the Mag'har are going to open us any. Unlike the Draenei, I don't think we're actually going to be working with them. And it's really the Kuranai that you work with. You already have the Draenei as an ally. The Mag'har we will one day get, and I love the story of the Mag'har. Speaking of, I mentioned my project yesterday. Again, anybody that has thoughts on this, I'm far from completing it and would love some advice. Oh, look, here are some friendly Mag'har. I have basically revamped everything, and now I've started ranking the iconic. Like, I basically took all the possible classes that every character can be, and ranked iconic members of, like, for instance, human. I have their #1 ranked class for me in like a weighted ranking system is mage, because they have so many iconic mages, arguably more than any other class or race. I think second I put paladin, because they have a lot of iconic paladins, and there's not a lot of other characters that compete for that, so that actually weights it a little heavier. They have iconic warriors. They have some iconic DKs, especially when you throw Arthas in the mix. They have some of the most iconic DKs. And then they have some medium ones where they have some pretty solid picks for priest. Humans are probably the most skewed. In some ways, they're maybe the worst way to start this whole process, because they have a lot of options everywhere. Rogues, they have a few, like Ed Van Cleef and SI7, so they have some decent. Hunters, other than a living Nathanos Blightcaller, I don't think they have anybody that really matters for that. Warlocks, again, a couple NPCs, a couple minor, I would say, so they're below average. They're not at the top of my Warlock thing. It brings me to Gorkron Bloodlust.
You're lucky to be alive. Who are you to walk in here, unannounced? I ordered my men to stay their hand only because Riga sensed that the spirits were with you. Speak freely, but choose your words wisely. We rarely trust strangers this close to the Citadel.
Welcome, kind spirit. What has brought you to us?
This news you bring from beyond the Dark Portal. You want us to believe the son of Dorotan ruled over the lands beyond it, free from any demonic taint, and that now his people have returned to this world. I hope for your sake that this isn't some manner of joke. What this means to my people cannot be described. I must send word to Nagrand at once. Hellscream must hear about this. Take this letter back to your leader in Thrallmar. Tell him the Maghar welcome them.
So basically, just gained some nice Maghar rep. But the quest is called the Maghar. And it's basically saying, if we don't believe you yet, but if what you're saying is true, it sounds incredible. But if what you're saying is true, then that would be awesome. And we are interested in a relationship with you. Which makes sense. All of that makes sense. So we get a letter. Let's read said letter as we fly back to... Oh, it's bound. We cannot turn it in. Okay, so we'll go turn this in. And then we'll take up this clutch of Pools of Agonag. Our quest's probably going to be about as far as we can get. So tomorrow's episode will finish with the Cenarion Circle Cluster. And then we'll start Zanger Marsh. The second zone in the area. And which, I believe Zanger Marsh will... Well, Zanger Marsh will lead us into Tarokar, and at some point, Tarokar is going to also lead us into Shatrath City.
So you recently arrived from Azeroth, eh?
You so-and-so.
What do you bring us, hero?
A sealed letter.
You are certain of this. This is big news. These orcs could surely help our cause both here and at home.
Alright, the pants are an upgrade. They do not look cool. Thunderforge leggings. Yeah, they're... I guess this is above our pay grade as it currently stands. We'll just trust that he will tell Thrall. Off we go to the Pools of Agonar. Pretty cool little quest line. In many ways, this is the real finale. I mean, killing that and putting a stake in them and a banner, and then heading up to go into the Hellfire Citadel proper, that's really probably the end of the zone. But I'm just heading right. Actually, I want this for. Yeah, I kind of remember this. Taruffians. Taruffians, yeah. Got to be careful with the Taruffians. Very vicious. Alright, we are gonna do things. Okay, we have to kill this guy. Hey, buddy boy. I'm gonna heal myself. I don't like that. Oh no! Somebody, what happened to me? Let's look at the game log. A pyroblast hit me. Yeah, he hit me with it. I didn't get my stun off in time or something. That sucks, how far away I spawned. So, I was getting hit with a bunch of firebolts, and the Mistress of Doom hitting me with the Rain of Chaos, but his pyroblast is what got me. Massive, you cannot let him get that off. Also, way freaking over here. Why can I not? That sucks. Like, it makes me almost want to take the res sickness when it spawns you that far away. I don't even think I can go in that way either. I think I have to go around. Bro. Okay. Round 2. We're gonna kill his minions first. I thought I could just go in there, and like he said, I thought I could just be insolent here. It does look like there's a little path. Maybe there is a way in. No. But maybe I was close enough to the edge that I'll be able to res. Maybe. Dang it, this was a bad idea. I really thought we could start at the end and work our way out, and I was wrong. Alright, we'll give it one more try. And then we'll see where we're at on time. How quickly can we do this? I cannot believe we have to run on foot all the way back here. That's completely butt cheeks. Like, really, Ralmar is the closest graveyard, huh? And they don't give us the flying ghost. Ugh. When can you get flying ghost from Warcraft? I want that. We have time to look it up. Also, I forgot to level up my character. Our last thing was that For Whom the Bell Tolls thing. That's pretty good. We're now going to get Echoing Blessings. That's another thing we're not picking up. Okay. So we're not picking Unbound Freedom. So when I use Blessing of Freedom, I also gain 30% movement speed. And if I cast it on a friend, I get it too. So a big buff to Blessing of Freedom. But no, we want Echoing Blessings. Blessing of Freedom increases the target's movement speed, and Blessing of Protection and Blessing of Sacrifice provides a damage buff 8 seconds after it ends. Gotcha. So after my well, that's Divine Shield. What's Blessing of Protection? Oh, this thing. Divine Protection. Yeah, I gotta have some more of that. I don't even ever use this thing enough. Those are my... Okay, let's get this one. Alright. Bring her over here. Yeah, see that little... Yeah, these stupid little imps, they do suck. Okay. Alright, so if we take his little Mistresses of Pain off... Dang it. Alright. Oh, there's still one more. Okay. Give me a couple seconds. Alright, now let's try. Oh, I see. Okay. So, so he just has some massive... There's no way around this. Like, you're hitting these spells up. I gotcha. He can't be,
I need a target.
He can't be, whatchamacallit, he can't be stunned. He was immune to stuns. So that was a big part of it. Alright, so cool. Alright, we need the Felblood. We need the, Terror Fiends to be slain. We did kill Azius. We don't need those little Sisters of Pain. Well, they're coming. Dang it. That's a bummer. Man, she's obnoxious. Okay, I got a Felblood sample, but is that from her? I don't even know. Okay, so Felblood can come from these guys. They are also the Terror Fiends, so... his journal comes from these potential... these little slimes. I gotcha. I see. Alright, let's go with pulling that guy over. Okay, we're gonna try to pull a pack of these people. I want to get in here. Alright. Got me on my... They have me sort of in concentration since I died. Yeah, I did not get the purse or whatever. Dang it, I wasted that. There we go. They're hitting me with some weird little curse or something. I don't know what it is. It looks like a peach or an apple. Yeah, I just saw it again. It's the little slime guys that hit you with it. Okay, we did get the journal. Good. So now we just need 4 more Felblood and 5 more Terror Fiends. I don't necessarily want to... Now I don't want to pull those little slimes anymore. And after we turn these couple in, that'll be it for us. Okay, good. We need 3 more Felblood, 4 more Terror Fiends. That'd be a better spot to place the Terror Fiends at. Is that over here? Yeah. A couple I can pull. You.
I need to get closer.
I am closer. You're number 2. What's up, you turkeys? Yeah, I kinda walloped on him pretty good. I do have a... I mean, I'm not completely defenseless over here. No Felblood. We're down to needing 3 Felblood, but only 2 of these Terror Fiends now. Okay, there's one. But I need 3 Felblood, so I might as well pull 3. Even if it's not... Come on. So it seems like the drop rate's maybe in the 50% range. One more Felblood and we're all set on Terraphenes now. I don't know if the Sisters of Pain give me a Felblood or not. I know these guys can. So I guess we're gonna focus on them. But I will check the Sister of Pain thing too. Come on, guys. Stop roping open me. My wife likes to call it, when we play pool, if I have like a ball close to the pocket, she will, and she wants to make a shot in that pocket because if my ball wasn't there, it would be a nice spot. She will often convince herself that she can basically blast her way through my ball, and she calls it bully ball. I don't know actually which one of who coined the term first, but she loves it, and she will just that's how she'll call her shot. She'll be like bully ball, and then just try to blast her way through my ball into the pocket, and it sometimes works. Sometimes she defies the laws of physics, and what she wants to happen happens. Big kind of glaive. How many do we still need? Just one, huh? Since it's just one, I'm going to just pull these 2 guys. Okay. And there is a chance we're now done with the Pools of Agonar. There we go. Let's skedaddle. So a couple of these are actually Thrallmar quests. We'll go turn them in first. A couple of them are over there. And we'll end up in Falcon Watch, and that'll be done. I think we will turn in our quest today here. And be ready for an adventure to finish the zone tomorrow.
Bravo. I knew you would be victorious. The Legion's defeat draws ever nearer.
I did die.
Remember the Sunwell.
Once. That doesn't count.
Well, you recently arrived from Azeroth.
For generations to come,
yep,
they will sing songs of this day, hero. Songs of your valor.
Spell power.
I wish Thrall had been here to celebrate this victory with us. The Legion is undone, and Hellfire now belongs to the Horde once again. There may yet be hope for this ravaged world and our people's place within it, Loktar Ogre.
So you've recently arrived from Azeroth, eh? You'd best steel yourself, adventurer. There are perils in this land unlike anything the Horde has faced.
Alright, so cool, we got a trinket. We did just level up again. So last time I recently got Righteous Judgment, so that does change. We're skipping Saved by the Light. When an ally with your Beacon of Light is damaged, they absorb 20 damage. But that can be basically up to 80 based on their current health. Okay, so it's a small shield, very, very, very small shield on one target person. That's, yeah, I can see that's a minor buff. Allies with Beacon of Light get 5 less damage. Yeah, that's a good one. That is called Light's Protection. That's just good, because overall, you just gain... And that means me. I receive 5 less damage. So I will take 5% less damage, I hope. Do I count as an ally of myself? I should. Alright, so we're going to go turn these 2 in. And I'm saving the demonic corruption because I'm pretty sure they're going to give me some quests that send me down there too. So even though that is a Falcon Watch thing. Pretty nice. We got the Vengeance of the Illidari. So by completing the real quest chain, your real goal is what would have been at the time a pretty darn cool trinket. Alright, what do you got for us here? Magistrate?
Any luck, you'll find the pools of Agonar north of Hellfire Citadel. My husband's journal. It is not about research at all. How could I've been such a fool? Magical properties of fel-infused slime forms. He really had me going there. Arelion's journal does not deal with any sort of scholarly studies. It details his escapades with a young female blood elf. How could I've been such a fool? Unfortunately, the floozy's identity is not revealed in this journal, Eletis. A colleague of Arelion's was his best friend and confidant. Go question him and find out who he was having this affair with. I saw Eletis leave Falcon Watch for Zangarmarsh. Follow the road headed north from town. It'll eventually lead west, towards Zangarmarsh.
Yeah, I don't know... What's this called? Arelion's Secret? So he is maybe right down there. You know, every once in a while, playing a game from 20 years ago really will help you with putting things back on the radar. Like, why would we let a good word like floozy die out? Because that's a banger. Let's go. Let's at least do the second part. That floozy. I don't know that floozy's identity. Oh, it's not real. He's not really there. We don't know where he's at. He's somewhere on the road. We'll find him next time. Tomorrow. We'll get hunting for that floozy.
The Felblood. Did you obtain it?
Yeah.
The energy contained in these samples is tremendous. Now we just need to ensure that our access to this Felblood continues uninterrupted.
Gross.
Glory to the Cenarion.
Our scouts captured a Draenei paladin at the pools of Agonar. He was to take part in a cleansing ritual to purify the pools. We must stop the Draenei from succeeding, or we will lose our supply of Felblood. He was carrying this signaling gem, looking to mark a spot where a priest, or anchorite, as they call themselves, could perform their rituals in safety. Place the gem near the altar of Agonar, and be ready to ambush any approaching Draenei. I suggest that you take a friend or two along.
Okay, so that's messed up. So they wanted to cleanse the pools of Agonar, and we're like, no, this fel energy, we could use it in our experiments and stuff. We want to make sure this place stays corrupt. Okay, that's where you're a villain. This is where we are firmly. They can say whatever they want to say about, it's called the cleansing must be stopped, about the Horde from time to time, and it's not that infrequently, a pretty fair amount of the time. You are just a straight up villain. Now, I don't know. Must be stopped. I think they've tamped that down a little bit in recent years. But absolutely, for the first decade or so of this game's existence, you are 100% on the side of the more villainous sides. And that goes back to Warcraft, Works in Humans, Warcraft 2, big parts of Warcraft 3. You just gotta... You're gonna be a villain sometimes. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching, listening, and joining us on our adventures and explorations and diving through the lore as it exists in the game. Fun times. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe. 5x5.